got Valuetainment in the house. What up? And they're the ones talking in the back, not paying attention. Leia, can you tell Adam to behave and take a seat? He saw you from over there. He's like, is that Leia? Yes, that's my friend. All right. Francisco. I know everybody here, guys. Don't threaten me with a good time because I will call you all out. Parker, William, you going to lead by example? Yeah? All right. Can you help me bring everybody here? John Paul, Agnieszka. I don't like to beg for attention, but I feel like I'm begging for attention right now. Can we all respect everybody that's actually taken the moment from their busy schedules to be here right now, for those of you that continue speaking? Hello? The bar? Did you guys hear what I said? Thank you. We have 4 seats here in the front available. Jeff? Awesome. Thank you. All right. We have 4 chairs in the front right here. Anybody that wants to take them, welcome to. Guys, so I'm going to share something really personal with you right now. Today has been one of the greatest days of my life. All right? I ain't going to lie. So I was so excited to bring this event here. And this was my first Epic Talks ever, 5 years ago in this ballroom. Let's go, celebration. And you only see like 5 people here, but I had like 15 people here. And 8 of those people were my friends. And I just decided that I wanted to build a community of leaders and people that really wanted to take over the world and people that just want to impact others. And that's what I've been able to create with Epic Talks. Every single month we have, different speakers, different venues, 150, 270 people in attendance, right? But at the end of the day, the reason why I built this is because I want to make sure that every single person that I come in touch with doesn't feel like they're on this journey by themselves. Because being an entrepreneur is not fucking easy. It's probably the hardest thing that you can ever do. I'm not a mom yet, but hearing all the moms that are building businesses by themselves, it's not easy. And I just want to talk to you about what I experienced today and why I'm so passionate about this community, and I'm so grateful for those of you that are taking out of your busy schedules to be here. And this venue canceled on me at 3:30 p.m. today. Yeah. But you know what my focus was? The power of building community. Because if I would have been like, okay, I'm going to give up, this wouldn't happen. And I'm already seeing connections happening right now with some incredible individuals here. We have people that have major corporations, major companies that can literally change your life. We have celebrities here, Grammy Award-winning producers, songwriters, you name it. They're here in this room right now. And that's why I'm so passionate about you're only one connection away from taking your life to the next level. Don't be shy, because you can't do this by yourself. One of the hardest things to do is to ask for help. And guess what? I'm getting better at asking for help. Because if not, I couldn't host these events every single month. I have Epic Talks every single month for the last freaking 5 years. Okay? Talk about consistency. Talk about my team. I'm sweating talking about this because you guys have no idea what I went through today. But I'm a true believer that things don't happen to you, they happen for you. right? So I could either decide to give up or I don't panic, I pivot. So what happened? I go into the office. They were waiting. I had already made the deposit. I've had my events here for 6 years. There's a new management. And for some reason, the woman in the office, she's never loved me. And I don't know why, because I just wanted to love her back. I wish she only knew that if she became friends with me, I could change her life. I really could, especially with the people in this room. You don't need to be stuck in an office when you're miserable and you're running late all the time to pick up your child. Come to Epic Talks, we'll change that, right? And this woman has always made it impossible for me. Long story short, I brought them what they needed. They're like, you didn't bring it in time. We asked you weeks ago. It's not here on time. We can't make it happen. I start calling other people, other connections that I have, blah, blah. They get me on a phone call, three-way, three women going at it, telling me that we couldn't make it happen. And I was like, I do not have where else to go. I have 70, 80 people coming. I have sponsors. I have, people flying in. Your keynote speaker that's about to show you what the power of AI, he flew in from California last night to come here to be here for 24 hours and fly out tomorrow. They did not care. We're like, you're unprofessional, you're this and that, right? And the reason why I'm saying this is because how many times in our lives have we been in a situation where people make it impossible for us and we decide to give up? And I was like, God, this is happening for me. This is happening for me. And they were like, no, no, no. Mind you, they had a check of mine from 6 months ago that they never cashed and they showed it. I end up walking and I was like, what am I going to do? I see the president of the company walking. And I was like, that's fucking Joe. That's Joe, right? She knows. Christine, the lady from the hats, she saw me in that moment. And I was like, oh my God, this is my moment. I was like, Joe. I was like, Joe. Joe. He's like, no, they said you brought fake checks. They said that you were threatening for them firing them. And I was like, what the hell is this coming from? He was smoking a cigarette. And I was like, I'm so stressed. Let me smoke a cigarette with you. I kid you not. He gave me a fucking cigarette. I smoked a cigarette with him, right? Because what happened then? Familiarity, right? And I got to share my story with him, and I was like, "You've seen me throw these events here. Why is this happening?" He went into the office, and he saw that everything that they were saying was a lie. So, pretty sure that, and that's why you don't panic to pivot. And I'm sharing this because I don't know how many of you are going through a situation right now in your life that you feel that everything is against you. And I was fighting for you guys today. Because ain't nothing is gonna stop me. Nothing has ever stopped me, and nothing is gonna stop me today. And I'm a true believer in that. I was a foster child. My parents were heroin addicts. I've been homeless, lived out of my Toyota Corolla, outside a Walmart parking lot, being told all the time that I would never amount to anything. And here I am, wanting to change the world, wanting to help people take their lives to the next level. So, for those of you that's your first time here, Epic Talks is a community of entrepreneurs and business professionals that are going to help you elevate your life, that are going to help you take your business to the next level. No matter where you are in life, we're here to support you. We're here to help you. We're here to encourage you and let you know that you are not by yourself. Every month we have different topics. We got Christopher Joseph in the house here, Renee Lacade, right? What's up? Every month, different topics: business and credit funding, the future of marketing, Bitcoin veterans, navigating the future of real estate, social media marketing. Some of the biggest speakers in the country right now. So that's what you get at every month, and you're only one connection away from a different life. Thank you guys. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Jeff, the savage marketer. He's about to change your lives with what is going on with artificial intelligence. So give it up for Jeff for flying here for less than 24 hours.
Man, give it up for Melissa. I mean, it's just been wild, partnering with you on this and just seeing how much crap you have to deal with to do this. It reminds us just how crazy it is, right, to be an entrepreneur. And it's not glamorous. We crazy enough, we start most of our entrepreneurial journey because we want freedom, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit, but we end up finding out that we become a slave to our own self, right? We famously work 80 hours a week for ourselves to avoid working 40 hours a week for someone else, right? And I'm really honored to be here today because, first off, I'll tell you a little story. The reason why I'm here is because Melissa asked me to come speak at an event October 12th, which you guys are going to learn about here for her inner circle. And she, pays me to come in and actually teach her people how to do and how to use AI in their business for marketing. Um, I'm wearing the Savage Marketer hat. Although people call me the Savage Marketer, this is not me. I am Jeff J. Hunter. And Savage Marketer is what we all are inside of us. We're all epic. We all have a little Savage Marketer inside of all of us. I knew I pressed the button wrong. I need to be ambidextrous to use this remote at the same time. So what I'm going to show you guys today is something really fun. And at the end of this, we're also going to give you guys the opportunity to join in on us October 12th. That was my idea. So her idea was, hey, let's host this workshop on the 12th. We're going to do some cool stuff. And I said, man, this would be really cool for a lot of you guys. I know I see a couple, actually more than a couple inner circle people in here. Inner circle's up. You guys are going to be here on October 12th. And I talked her into giving a little splash and giving you guys an opportunity to come in with us on October 12th. So I hope you guys join us. But really today I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing, what me and Melissa have done. Everything that you're going to see here today is actual use case stuff of what I'm doing for myself, my clients, what me and Melissa did. You guys probably saw more emails and text messages from Melissa the last week than you have ever. That's because they were written with AI. All those emails you got, they're all from AI. And I'm going to show you exactly how I did that so you guys can do it for yourself. So I also want to give a quick shout out to William and the FATEC team for this amazing smart board that we're using today. This is an 86-inch. It's called a FATEC Freestyle. And they didn't pay me to do this. I just wanted to give them a shout out because it takes a lot to put on an event like this. And having the tools really does matter. So I just want to give a shout out to you guys. So how do we actually 2x our business using AI? How we use AI to increase our brand awareness, to grow our brand authority. Who here thinks it's important as an entrepreneur to have brand authority? Nobody? Everybody? Right? I'm going to show you guys how I'm using it, how some of the biggest people on the planet are using it to create a viral brand and build profitable relationships. So, I've worked with a lot of entrepreneurs over the years. Pretty much everyone in here is an entrepreneur. Say I, right? What's the number one thing that we see? Everybody's overworked. They're usually working way too much, doing everything themselves, and taking their time from. A lot of you guys might be consultants, coaches. Any coaches, consultants in here? Curious, right? So you guys know what trading time from labor is like, right? And this is the sad part, though, right? Usually, most people are on the brink of burnout. Anybody ever face burnout as an entrepreneur? Never. We're all amazing, right? I actually made a post on Facebook that me and her were talking about. We said, you know what? Every entrepreneur is hella successful online. I'm from California. Don't judge me for the hella, okay? But it's crazy because Entrepreneurs are hella successful online. They're posting pictures and selfies in private jets until it comes time to pay that invoice. You send them that bill, magically they're like, "Yo, can I do a payment plan?" Right? I gotta wait till next month. Might have what the divorce, right? So this is about being real and authentic today. And I'm excited to really share with you guys how you can actually leverage AI. Because we've been told three major lies. The first lie is, well, the hustle's everything, right? And that goes with this. If you're not getting results in your business, it's because you're not hustling hard enough, right? That's the Gary Vaynerchuk, the Grant Cardone. Don't get me wrong. I love those guys. I've worked with those guys. But man, the hustle culture is real with those guys, right? Like, if you ain't working hard enough, that's the reason why you're failing. If you want to do something right, you got to do it yourself. These are the three lies that we literally tell ourselves, these limiting beliefs every single day. And I'm going to show you why I'm here. Anybody know her? So Melissa, you can blame her for me being here on the next slide, but she's highly successful. Obviously, she runs Epic Talks. She has some pretty big goals and aspirations. She's a very big CEO visionary, and we've cried together over the past year and a half or so, building stuff. And I consider her a savage. She has really big goals, right? She wants to build her community. She wants to scale this thing. Who has a business here that you want to scale, right? That's that magic word. We all want to scale, right? But there's just so much that goes into it. And what's really beautiful is she wants to leverage her time in such a way that she wakes up every day and only does the stuff that she wants to do. Would anybody like to just wake up and do what you want to do? Right? Like, that's the goal. And that's what I want to get to you guys today. I'm going to show you some crazy strategies that you can leverage AI to take over 90% of your business. How's that sound? You like that? Cool. Much like us, she's got some challenges. First and foremost, she didn't know how to successfully scale her business. I mean, you've been doing this for how many years now? 5 years? Really? It's been 5? Damn, it went fast. 5 years. And, it's so easy to get stuck in the grind, right? You're building every single month. You get people to show up to events, and you got the event canceled at the last minute. You got to find things. She got mad at me because the event canceled on her, and I was like trying to get in front of it. I made a post. I'm like, oh, the venue's changing. And then Melissa's like, what the fuck? Why are you telling people that? I'm working it out. I'm like, okay, I delete the post. Right? So you guys know. You read it. You're like, damn. And to yourself. If you able to do it yourself or hire people to do it, because she knew how to do that, right? It's not easy. Just remember, ChatGPT has only been out since November 2020. It's been 2 years. Think about that. I know me and Jonathan, we've been doing some crazy stuff. In these 2 years, I mean, I remember when ChatGPT first came out. I have 150 virtual systems, and I swear to God, I almost sold my company in December of 2022 because I said, why would someone want to hire a VA for $2,000? You can use ChatGPT for free. I was on the edge. I had an offer come in. I almost took it. January 2023. I almost took it. Looking back, I'm so damn glad I didn't. But I'll tell you why. And lastly, how much time and money do we waste just trying to figure things out? Actually get to the end goal. And so what I want to do for you guys today is I'll give you an opportunity to fast track it, show you exactly what I'm doing. And then at the end, I'm going to give you an opportunity for me and Melissa to actually do it with you. Does that sound fair? All right, cool. So you guys probably resonate a lot with Melissa's story, right? Literally the same entrepreneurial journey that we all have, the origin story of Doom, which is we all start something, we're doing really good, and then we hit a brick wall and we fall, and then we burn out, and then we build back from scratch. No one's had that story in here? Everyone's had that story in here. So again, she wanted to have me come to this event and talk about, what I'm actually doing. I'm going to fast forward some of this because I got 60 minutes or less than 100 slides. Okay, is that cool? I want to warn you guys, I'm cramming the hell because we got a lot to go over. We're going to cram. She's like, yeah, cram, please. We started late, okay? So these are usually the slides where I talk about my ego and stuff, but I'm going to skip past some of these too. Um, yeah, I've been on a bunch of podcasts, and I'm faculty at digitalmarketer.com. Actually, today I was leading their elite strategy session for digital marketer, teaching their staff how to do marketing. Okay. I'm actually a contributor for entrepreneur.com and about 6 other different big publications. I wrote a book called The AI Consultant Blueprint. You can check it out on Amazon. And I've actually finally been featured in a real magazine. This is Success Magazine, July issue. Tony Robbins, maybe a guy you know. He was on the cover of it, but if you ever find that episode, I'm on it. Yeah. I work with some cool guys. You might know Grant Cardone or the Ask Method or Agora Financial, some of my clients. And I've literally helped hundreds of entrepreneurs use AI. I actually will have a slide coming up where I've actually created, just last year, $282,000 in AI consulting revenue, which is 100% profit. We're showing people the same thing I'm going to show you guys today. So buckle up. Again, I own a virtual assistant company. For the past 10 years, I was the Fortune 500 IT project manager in a past life. I know I look super young, but I'm not. All right. I'm in my 40s. Already given up on my past life as a project manager and started building my own business, fell flat on my face like most of you entrepreneurs as well. But now I finally got to the point to where I only do what I want to do. As a matter of fact, when I came in from the airport last night and I went over to Melissa's place, she heard me on the phone with my assistant and she said, "How do you stay on top of everything?" And I said, "You know what? When you've been doing this as long as I have and you have the incredible virtual assistant and the virtual assistant is using AI, doing the same thing I'm going to show you guys today, you'd be surprised how much you can do." Because remember, back in the day, if you had a VA from the Philippines, like there's a lot of stuff they couldn't do. Content, social media, blogs. You wouldn't want to have them do your email newsletter. You wouldn't want to have them write marketing emails to your clients. But now with AI, you absolutely can. My own VA wrote 77 newsletters for me just this year. She's never done marketing class. She's, she worked in a call center, not the most experienced. But the cool part is that I'm going to actually show you guys how to build an army of AI employees. I want you guys to think about that. An army of AI employees. People have names for it. AI agents. I think that's what Jonathan calls them. I call them AI personas. All right. But they're highly personalized AI employees that can actually work for you just like a human. Okay. That's what I'm going to show you guys to do today. So the big part of all this, I was even featured on Business Insider about how I delegated my job when I had a full-time job. I used to have a full-time job as a project manager, and I built that company within a year to $500,000 in revenue before I actually left my job, which I would recommend if you have a full-time job, build the company first. Get a safety net going, all right? So this is my human team. Wow, that's squished. But you don't have to worry about a human team. I've got a human team that does marketing, sales, customer support, all that stuff. And everything that I've built with my human team, you can do with AI. But before I start, I want you guys to be real with me and answer a question. How many hours a week you work? Be real, just throw some numbers out. This ain't a trick question. 80? Okay. 5 hours. I need the Instagram girl. That's what I'm talking about. She's like, I know you're lying. I know you're lying. All right. So most entrepreneurs, if we're being honest with ourselves, they usually work about 60 to 75 hours a week. That's actually a genuine report of entrepreneurs based on the US Census, if you look and see how much hours entrepreneurs actually work. But the crazy part is that doesn't count all the hours that we spend offline. Still working, right? Because it never ends, right? So here's what I want you to think about. That's way more than an average job, right? It's back to that working 80 hours a week just to avoid working 40 hours a week for someone else. And the worst part is most people actually get into business because they want to create freedom for themselves. But what ends up happening is they end up making a job for themselves, right? Spending time away from their families, not being able to do stuff. If I had $1 for every female entrepreneur that I know who's put off having kids because they're like, I got big dreams and aspirations, you can have it all. There's never been a better time than right now to build a business and have a kid. I'm just going to throw it out there. You know what? If you follow Elon Musk, you know population rate's declining in a big way. I bet you there's a lot of 30-year-olds in here that are just like, nah, I'm too young for kids. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe 40s. I'm just throwing it out there. All right, I still love you. I still love you. And the worst part is you're usually doing things that you don't want to do in the first place. Anybody? Anybody doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing? So what I'm going to show you guys today is, number one, how to actually fire yourself. Okay, that's going to be the key. The key is really firing yourself, and we're going to have a couple activities. So you can bring out your phone, or if you're really good at taking mental notes, you can do that. And I'm going to show you how to focus on growth to build your authority, drive sales, and then multiply yourself. Now, I want you guys to imagine that your business is a bus. You're the CEO of your business, so where should you be sitting? You should be in the driver's seat. But what ends up happening, y'all? Well, you're also the newsletter writer, right? You're the social media manager. You're also the email marketer. You're also the support team. You're also the sales copywriter. You notice he's up in the front seat because everybody knows sales drives the company, right? What's next? Oh, yeah, well, the bus needs to be cleaned. So now you're doing all the crap you don't want to do in your business. Wouldn't it be awesome if instead of doing refunds, HR contracts, SEO, newsletter writing, all that stuff, if all you had to do was wake up every day and be in the seat you know you should be, which is the driver's seat, and you have a whole freaking awesome team of AI employees to do 90% of your work. How's that sound? Beautiful. They're going to do everything that sucks your life away that you're not good at as well. So I've done a lot of things right, by the way, but I've definitely done a lot more things wrong than I have right. Out of those 150 team members that I told you about, I've probably hired 1,000 plus people to get to the 150 that I have on my team right now. And be real with me, humans are still freaking humans, man. It's a tough business to scale. I'm out of VAs right now. If you came to me and was like, Jeff, I really want a VA, I don't have one. I've hired way more of the wrong people. I've wasted tons of time training the wrong people. I spent way too much time in my office trying to figure out things. Staff wouldn't show up. I was stressed out trying to build a business. And one of my go-to favorites here is that I spent tons of hours sitting at my desk, figuring out, watching all the videos of, Matt Wolf and all these guys, like, what AI tool should I be using? I got 100 tools and I don't know how to use any of them, right? So what I'm going to show you guys today, you can actually do with 2 tools, all right? It was a nightmare. Quite frankly, these are the 3 secrets that I'm going to show you guys today that are going to hopefully revolutionize your business, elevate it, and take it to the next level. Those are all ChatGPT lines. You like that? We're going to delve into this, okay? So you guys remember Melissa, a lot of non-revenue generating activities. I've been working with Melissa now for a while. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we were able to actually optimize what she did, even just for this event, okay? Now, she doesn't have to worry about writing any more newsletters. She's using AI. She doesn't need to worry about taking notes during calls. She doesn't need to do her own sales proposals. She doesn't need to spend hours creating social media management, posts, even her SMSs. We figured out a way to have AI write it. What is really important to do, which is for all of us, is we really need to remove ourselves from anything that's not revenue generating and focus on the revenue generating stuff, right? So what is she filling her calendar with now? Okay? What is it? What do you guys think it is? Huh? You guys doing any repetitive tasks? Let's put a couple of these things out here. Anybody doing this stuff? Social media posts, writing customer support emails, welcome emails, bios, blogs, crafting graphics, competitor analysis, creating presentations. If you're not doing some of this stuff, that's equally as bad. You're neglecting it. All right? This is something you should be doing, and if you're not, you should use AI to do it, right? Sales pages, newsletter, right? Making money, right? I always recommend the first thing you should do with AI is figure out how to use it to make money, all right? So by removing yourself, you can do a lot of cool stuff. For example, obviously, she's doing more networking and events. She's hopping on more calls that turn into sales, getting sponsorships. She's becoming a guest on more podcasts, right? And she's speaking on stages, making connections, right? Being able to host epic talks, put more time into it, dealing with last-minute crises, right? These are the things that are really important that we all have to focus on, right? So I wanted to ask you guys, what kind of stuff do you think you're doing right now? You don't have to tell me. I just want you guys to be honest with yourselves and think about the things in your business that you know you shouldn't be doing. Take a mental note, write it down. I want you guys to think about those things in your business that you're not doing. or you are doing and you shouldn't be. Okay? This is why you need to fire yourself right now. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about my story and how I was able to leverage AI to ridiculously grow my business. I know some of you guys have probably seen the glow up I've had over the past year. Some of you guys, we've been friends and connected for a while. But if not, I mean, AI has literally changed my life. It has been a complete game changer for me because I've always had a business that was pretty much unscalable. I sell human virtual assistants to business owners and founders and leaders. And it is really hard to find that top echelon of people that you can actually trust to place with clients. But now with AI, you can do amazing things. She's focusing purely on Epic Talks. She's building her brand. She's building out a complete marketing funnel. She's getting in front of the right audiences. And that right there alone is valuable. So what's really important is for us to focus on our zone of genius, right? And the key to expanding our business isn't to hire people or build AI that's going to do what your job is. It's actually to find things that are complementary. You need to stay in the zone of genius, not replace your zone of genius, okay? So what's important here, just in the past year, I've been able to speak on more stages than I ever imagined. And by the way, I'm a massive introvert. Some of you guys that saw me in February, I literally cried up on stage. No lie, all right? I launched a consulting business. I never have to worry about the day-to-day grind. I was actually able to build an AI program. And now I actually have time to work on my business instead of in my business. And that's the key. That's where I want all of you guys to be, is how do we focus on my business and not have to run in the business? I was able to write 2 new books. By the way, a lot of this is not AI written, but AI assisted, okay? I'm using it to come up with the outlines. I'm actually training it to write like me so it can actually draft things, and then I'm doing like 20% of the work, and AI is writing 80% of the work, all right? This is the real key, all right? So because I was able to focus on my growth, I brought in exactly, that's from my accountant, $282,485 in AI consulting just last year, teaching people exactly what I'm teaching you guys today. And the majority of my revenue is coming from keynotes, workshops, coming in from, I did an event with Agora, the AI Mastery for Copy, which was huge. I was honored to, be up there with Mark Ford and other guys, doing virtual AI trainings. I'm literally paying I'm getting paid $9,000 for corporate contracts to come in and just train their copywriters and marketing teams how to use AI. $9,000 bucks. That's a pretty good gig, right? I've never charged $9,000 for a Zoom call in my life, just so you guys know. Okay, I never did consulting or anything like that in the past. So focusing on growth has been huge. I never have to worry about the overwhelm about running my business on the day-to-day. My brand has become instantly recognizable. I got to work with industry rock stars. I've been up on stages. I spoke at South by Southwest. I've been able to speak at massive events. I've worked with Jonathan. We've done some really cool stuff together. I've been keynote speaker for, I can't even tell you how many masterminds and clubs. And literally, what I'm going to show you now, this is my favorite secret. This is how to actually create a viral brand. How many here would be interested in learning how you can actually leverage AI, like specifically to build your brand? Okay, pay attention. This is my favorite part. So this is my last 30 days or 28 days on Facebook. So this is a screenshot from January, but I'm averaging anywhere from 50 to 100,000 organic reach on my Facebook profile. That's not my page. That's not paid traffic. That's just completely organic, just by posting stuff. And wild enough, every single one of these posts that you see there are written by AI. I did an experiment where all I did was post AI posts for an entire month, and I actually did better than my human written one by myself. Matter of fact, my top 3 posts of 2023 were written by AI. And I'm going to show you guys how, okay? This is the key right here. Anybody on TikTok? I went viral on TikTok too. I'm not even, they call me a boomer on there. I guess that means I'm old. So here's one post that was written by AI in May of 2023, and it got 2.7 million reach, 3.2 million impressions, 83,000 comments, likes, and 765,000 clicks. Completely written by AI. That's nuts. So let me show you the secret. This right here is a spreadsheet of over 10,000 of all my social media posts since 2017. I have a human virtual assistant named Clarence. Okay, I'm a marketing geek who literally takes, at the end of every month, goes back and copies and pastes all of my social media posts and puts them in a spreadsheet. Okay, if there's one thing you take away from today, take all of your content, put it into a spreadsheet. Because you guys really want to focus on building training data. A lot of people think it's about this magical prompt or whatever. You're not ever going to train the AI better than giving it good data. Data is amazing. Prompts are just instructions on how to use the data. Okay? Data is king. All right? I did so much research that I actually got published in a university textbook. This is over 100,000 textbooks in universities worldwide with the research I did for my own content, which is pretty crazy, pretty cool achievement. So what I'm going to share with you guys today is legit. Okay, I never knew that recording all of my content would be something I could use for AI. I never thought we'd be this far along in AI that we could have it right. So this is a long form social media post writer. It's using Claude. Anyone use Claude? Claude.ai? All right, if you don't use Claude, this is it. This is the jam. All right, whip your phones out. I'm going to give you guys a QR code to try. All right? Just get it ready. I'm not going to give it yet. I want to read a post that this wrote, okay? First off, look at this. I'm about to blow the roof off Miami. Epic Talks invited me to speak, and I'm bringing the heat. My topic, how to build an AI army that'll make your competition obsolete. I'm not just talking about using AI. I'm showing you how to weaponize it. You'll learn how to fire yourself and replace your entire marketing team with AI-powered machines. We're not playing small here. This is about crafting a viral, profitable brand that crushes it 24/7. While your competitors are sleeping, your AI army will be conquering. If you're not using AI to scale your business, you're already behind. But don't worry, I'm here to catapult you light years ahead. This isn't some theoretical BS. I'm giving you the exact blueprint I used to transform my own company. We went from bleeding cash to breaking records in just months, all because we embraced AI and became disruptors instead of the disrupted. So just ask yourself, are you ready to lead the AI revolution or be left in the dust? Miami, get ready. The future of business is coming and is powered by AI. See you at Epic Talks. Let's make the magic happen. And by the way, all I did here was give it 100 of my most viral posts and say, write a post like this about this event. That's it. Okay? It's actually very simple to do. You can use it completely free. Melissa wanted me to throw something in for you. All right, this is a QR code. It'll take you to tools.aipersonamethod.com. As I go through here, I would actually ask if one or two of you guys could use the tool and just, it'll say what topic would you like to write about, and just literally put it in there, and I would love, I'll read it off if you don't like to read. I'll read it off. I would love for you guys to use it to write a post for yourselves. All right, I'm going to take it down in 3, 2, 1. All right. So I want you guys to write a social media post with AI. And after this, you're going to see you have 0 excuses. You have 0 excuses not to write. This is called long form viral social media copy. This is what I've been paid to do for the past 7 years for some of the biggest brands. I've worked with Sean Cannell, Grant Cardone, Gary Brecka, you name it. A lot of Miami people I tried to throw in there. All right. So what I want you guys to do is really multiply yourself. This is just one tool I showed you that's only use is to write social media posts. But you can use AI to create lead magnets. Who here has a lead magnet for their business? Who has enough lead magnets for the business? You have enough? Never enough. Never enough. Same with newsletters. Are you emailing your people enough? I don't know anyone who wakes up and is like, damn, I'm emailing my people too much. Right? Not a single person. And if you are, you're not a good marketer. You know, it's kind of like, you guys remember The Wolf on Wall Street? I email them until they friggin' unsubscribe or they die. That's it, right? So I actually got featured in Dan Kennedy's book. This is an author copy because the book comes out next month. Dan Kennedy, he's one of the godfathers of copywriting. I have a whole chapter inside this book dedicated to a strategy that I used where I actually did my entire Black Friday launch last year, made $50,000, and I never wrote a single word. It was 100% written by AI. The product was created by AI. The VSL was created by AI. Everything you see, email marketing, landing page, the lead magnet, we even had it send out a survey, and then we had to analyze the survey to find out what the offer should be. And we created an offer based on the survey. We went out to my email list of 10,000 people, and I said, hey, what would you like for Black Friday? How could I help your business? And we had a survey. People said, this is what I want. This is how much I'm willing to pay. Most people, 51% of the people said that they were willing to pay $1,000 or more if I could teach them how to use AI in their business. And they even told me what areas of AI in their business to do. And we created everything for it, the sales page, copy, everything. And you're gonna laugh. Even that's AI. I did not say a word. He's a little bit more bland than I am. That, I never said a word of that. That's AI. That's using HeyGen, another tool you guys got to use. Okay? This is called HeyGen. HeyGen. If you type Hey, H-E-Y, Gen AI. Now, I'll give you a little bonus tip here. What I have learned is you want to make sure that your audio and your video is high quality when you record the sample, because just like I did with my social media posts, the higher quality your content, the higher quality your video, the higher quality your audio, the better your rendition is going to come out, right? Because it's going to try to clone you. So if you give it garbage, it's going to produce garbage, right? But that's pretty cool, right? I mean, on a scale from 1 to 10, I give it like an 8.5. It's pretty good. And considering we're only like a year and a half into AI, I'd say it's pretty good, right? All right, let me see if it'll video. All right, so now you guys kind of already learned these 3 secrets, right? I want you guys to think about what types of content you can create for your business to move the needle and fire yourself first off, okay? If you're doing repetitive tasks, if you're doing your social media, if you're not spending time in your zone of genius, I really want you guys to focus on what are the important things I should be doing and get rid of the rest. Whether it's social media, whether it's doing your newsletter, whether it's writing marketing emails. If you don't like doing videos like me, you can create a clone of yourself. All you have to do is spend 3 minutes in front of a camera and pretend that you like it. Yeah. And then it will literally make a clone of you. My marketing guy came up with that idea, by the way, because I hate doing video, and he wants me to record VSLs all the time. And I'm like, dude. He's like, don't worry, we're gonna make a clone. We did a Zoom call, literally in 1 hour. We had 3 different positions, me sitting down, me standing up, me doing some animated kind of walking stuff. And he's got 3 different versions of me he can use for everything, okay? Now, focusing on growth is interesting because you can do it all, but you shouldn't have to do it all yourself, right? Like, ingrain that in your head. All right, multiplying yourself, you want to make sure that the content you produce is producing leads. Why? More leads equal more sales. More sales means more money in the bank. So if you're not using AI to write good social media content, I already gave you a free tool. You can use that 10 times a month for free. All right. So even if you got no dollars to your name, I can at least write you 10 posts a month for free using the app that I just gave you. That's my app. I actually made that app using AI. Cool. So who here's ever hired a copywriter? Couple of you guys. How much are they? Thousands of dollars. Who else? How much? You can get a cheap one, Fiverr. What's cheap? What's cheap to you? $1,000 a month. Stephen Georgi is $50,000 for one sales page. One sales page. You guys probably know him. Okay? So here's what you can do, and this is what I want to close with. We can build AI personas that do a variety of things that remove you from your business. Remember, firing yourself has to be key. You can't focus on growth until you fire yourself from the stuff that's not growth. Okay? I want to repeat that. You can't focus on growth until you remove the stuff in your life that's not growth. Okay? So think about it. Social media copy, email marketing, right? You've got customer service, HR manager, contract writer, event planner. You need that one. Where's she at? SEO consultant, sales messenger, newsletter writer. Dude, I'm even using chatbots on my website. Our website to conversion, which means getting people booked on our calendar, has gone up over 30% just in the past year because we have a chatbot that pre-qualifies people. It just asks them questions. Literally, the first question it asks on the website, you go to one of my websites, it says, what do you do? And then it will immediately, the AI has been programmed to say, oh, that person says that they're a digital marketer. This is how we provide information to them. And now you can have an AI chatbot on your website in less than 10 minutes. You press a button, it scans your entire website, and then it knows what to do. You just tell it what to do. That's it. Okay? So I want you guys to think about all those AI personas. Which ones could you use in your business right now? Say something. Oh. Moving on. That's a good answer. I like that. All right? So now you know how to use AI in your business, but let me ask you one last question. How many percentage of businesses do you think are using AI? You're all in this room. You guys think everyone's using AI. Some of you guys are close. 3.8% is the official stat from the US Census. 3.8%. Yeah, and by the way, they predict that it's going to go to 6.4% by the end of the year. Right. Now, let me ask you a question. How many companies do you think are hiring for someone who knows AI? Close. Business Insider put an article out, 91% of all resumes on Indeed right now are looking for someone who has ChatGPT or prompt engineering background. 91%. This is what I call the AI disparity gap, y'all. Jonathan, he came up with that. He came up with it and I ran with it, all right? He was like, you can use it as long as you give me credit. All right? This is that AI disparity gap, okay? It saves time, it saves money, and it gives a competitive advantage. This is the first time in history where you can actually work faster, work smarter, you can make more money, cheaper. If you wanted better and faster, what did it used to cost? Money, right? Remember that old cliche thing? Good, fast, cheap, pick two. You remember that? Right? That image goes viral all the time on Facebook. So let me show you guys something. This is the big key, okay? Even who here has human people on their team? All right, a lot of you guys, great. Imagine if all you did was get one of your humans to use AI and increase their productivity. By the way, most of the work I do with my clients, 40 to 60% increase in productivity, one person, each person. Imagine if all you did was get 20%, okay? Because I want you guys to do something based in reality. What if you had one person on your team do 20%? What is 20%? 20% in a 5-day work week is a day. That means every single week, your person is doing 6 days of work in 5 days. That compounds dramatically, by the way. It's actually a 900% increase over a year. 50-something days a year that you get for free. And a work month is what, 21 days? So that's almost 3 months of productivity you get for someone just by having them augmented and enhanced by AI. All right? That's that AI disparity gap. So I want to give you guys one last thing here, which is AI employees never complain. They never call in sick to work, right? They never quit. They never ask for a raise. They never poach your clients. Anyone ever have that? Right? They never take all of your industry expert secrets. Did you know that in America, if you work in the technology field, if you work in marketing, advertising, technology, the average tenure for an employee is 1.8 years? Imagine pouring your heart and soul into somebody, training them everything you know, and then 1.8 years they're like, hey, that's great, I'm going to start my own business now. That's what usually happens, or they get a better job. They use you as a stepping stool, right? And if you guys use it for copy, it never sighs when you ask for a revision. I'm in the copywriting world, so here's some things a social media copywriter can do for you, okay? Create campaigns. It can literally learn your brand voice, imitate your copy style. It can create Facebook, Instagram, captions for you. It can do images and carousels. If you guys haven't seen, the images are really good. The images that we use for this event were all created by AI. And by the way, some of them are really good and cheap, like Meta.ai. It's really good, totally underrated. They have a new selfie feature as well, which I highly recommend you guys try out. It's pretty cool. All right, so this is the social media copywriter. We're going to barrel through some of these now. So here's your email marketer. Obviously, email marketers make you money. They email your list. They get people excited about what your products and services are, and they get people to take action, right? HR manager. This one here was a savior in my company. I have 150 people, and my HR manager hates doing all of this stuff. Drafting performance improvement plans. Anybody know what those are, right? actually making actually making contracts with your team, all this crap that people hate, and doing internal documents and SOPs, right? Customer service. We have straight up AI personas that are doing chatbots now. Like they're literally available 24/7. And by the way, if you think that people would rather talk to human, you know what? That's actually not true. It's the same reason why people would rather text than call. They just want results. And by the way, I don't know if you've ever used a call center before. They're not great, right? So an AI is completely trained, and unlike training a call center agent for 3 months, you can do it in 3 minutes, right? With all your information. So I'm gonna give you guys an opportunity here to learn how to use AI in your business. We're gonna go over how to do content creation. We're gonna do copywriting. We're gonna show you how to do customer service support. We're actually gonna host a 3-hour workshop that we're doing on October 12th. And I'm really excited to have you guys come out. I forgot about this. Anyone have dyslexia? Really? A non-dyslexic room of entrepreneurs? We got like one. I found that dyslexia runs a lot in entrepreneurship. I don't know why. Oh, maybe that's depression. Anxiety and depression. Oh, okay. We're in the right room then. This guy, he owns a business, and he literally he used to write his own social media posts. It take him hours because he's dyslexic. Now he has an AI persona that literally knows all his business and writes a post in 2 minutes. The hardest work for him is copying and pasting it into social media, right? This guy right here, I literally did a Zoom call with him, one of my consult clients, and showed him how to create a copywriter that he was paying a copywriter $10,000 to write sales pages for his funnels. This guy, he's done funnels for Ryan Dice, some really massive names, and now he's using AI to help write all his book funnels, all right? So who wants to learn how to create your own AI personas? Anybody? Yeah? Sweet. So now you could do all of this yourself. You could figure it out on your own, develop your own AI employees, do all the hard work like I did, or you can just say, you know what, I'm gonna hire some humans to do it, screen and hire. And by the way, did I ever mention that you can't even trust a resume anymore? Every resume is now written perfectly in ChatGPT. Oh God, being an HR manager would be an absolute nightmare right now, right? So I'm gonna show you guys how you can actually join us on Saturday, October 12th, and actually be a part of what we're calling the $1 Million AI Workforce Workshop. We're gonna literally have over-the-shoulder work. You're gonna learn how to build your own AI personas. We're gonna work with you together. The same stuff that I'm doing, I just want to point this out. I literally charge $3,000 to $9,000 to work with a client, and you guys are going to find out it ain't going to cost you that. Why? Because Melissa and I came up with an awesome plan. We want you guys to see and experience what it's like to be a part of the inner circle here. So we're going to give you guys an opportunity to come in at a fraction of that cost. We're going to have a 3-hour workshop. It's going to be very specific to your business. We're going to be sending you some worksheets to fill out before, so when you come in, we're ready to hit the ground running. You're going to have AI that will literally do everything that I showed you how to do earlier. You're going to learn how to make your own AI copywriter, how to create your own social media manager, and create email marketing and all that stuff. It's all over the shoulder. You're going to lead with AI personas. The cool part is you don't have to pay for any AI tools. Everything that I'm going to show you at the workshop, you can use for free. Now, would I recommend that you pay the $20, you cheap bastards, and upgrade your Claude? Yeah, I would. All right, I know $20 for your own personal copywriter is pretty expensive, but it's a great investment, okay? By the way, this is using Meta AI. What do you think? Huh? I mean, he's way more attractive than me, but he's got this weird thing like a split in his tooth. I don't know. Maybe I didn't brush my teeth that day. I don't know. But so this is it. So we're actually going to offer it for $997. So for less than $1,000, you guys can actually attend the workshop that we have. You guys will have another opportunity as I go through what's all included in here. Because one of the things that I thought was really important and valuable was I know that a lot of you guys are busy. You have kids, you have things going on, you got your soccer game coming up for your kids. I'm actually going to be offering you guys the ability to have a live recording of this, and I'm going to throw in my own AI persona method program, which is actually what I already see a bunch of people in here like Jonathan already in, right? And Melissa and everybody. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit about what's inside that program. So in this epic AI workshop that we're doing, I just want to remind you guys, I literally do 90-minute AI sessions with all my clients for $3,000. That's a 90-minute session, okay? So I want to just, as we call it in marketing, we're price anchoring. I just want to show you guys what you're getting for $1,000. You're not only going to get a taste of what it's like to be in the inner circle, but you're also going to get online training. Do it at your own pace. Don't worry about the 27 hours of material in there. All you need is 90 minutes, and you'll learn how to create your own AI personas. And the cool part is, how many of you guys have ever bought a course or a program and you literally never logged in? Yeah, I know. Me. I usually have my VA log in and do it. I'm like, hey, learn this and do it for me, right? So I already knew that a lot of you guys were going to be like that because you're busy entrepreneurs. So what I did was I actually built your own, what we call the AI persona vault. We have 30 pre-built AI personas in the vault that do social media, email marketing, newsletter writer, SEO consultant, that all you need to do is copy and paste from a Google Doc, throw it into Claude or ChatGPT, and it will do all the work for you. All you need to do is fill in the blanks with your name and your business and your website. And these AI personas are already pre-built to scan your website and understand your business, to literally take over all of your marketing needs, okay? So that's something that we got in there. You're actually gonna get access to a bi-weekly call. There's actually one coming up on Wednesday, next Wednesday. I actually skipped out on this one for this. Next Wednesday, I had to move. So you guys are gonna be on that call that come in. And by the way, we have a weekly wins post where all the members post like what they've done for the week. Some really cool stuff that's happened just in the past week. This is from last week on Friday. Mike says that he created a power content pickaxe persona and created a kick-ass automation that takes videos, transcribes it, and then ChatGPT creates a post-worthy version and then posts on LinkedIn accordingly. He's automated it. We have Karen who says that she's been playing with Google AI Studio. Jonathan Mast, this guy owns a Facebook group. It's the largest ChatGPT Facebook group on the planet, has over 200,000 people, and he's one of our AI consultants, and he literally used an AI persona, 2 of them that he's selling to clients. So you can actually take what I teach you and sell it to your clients. So just saying. All right. We have these bi-weekly workshops every other Wednesday. For you guys on the East Coast, it's about 8:00 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes it's earlier. We rotate back and forth for Pacific time and Eastern time. We do workshops like how to create custom GPTs, all sorts of cool stuff. And I have 100 AI copywriting prompts you guys can literally copy and paste and steal from me to have it write sales pages, write social media content, write newsletters, to write a eulogy if you want, a bio, whatever you need. And there's also the exact tool that I shared with you guys earlier that you get to use for free. I actually have a workshop showing you how to create your own that's customized and personalized to your own life story so that it literally sounds like you are talking and no one else. There's all sorts of generative workshops. All of this put together, massive value. And I sell this course all day long, by the way. Let me go to the back. Because I'm also, if you guys don't know anything about copywriting, I actually am including my copywriting program as well, because I found out most people suck at writing copy. All right? But then you also might be like, you know what, Jeff, I don't want to learn how to write copy. I just want to use your tools. So I actually created a bunch of custom GPTs that you can just use to write a bunch of stuff, like a viral social media post generator. I have a meeting minutes GPT. My favorite right here is this guy. Let me do this. If you decide that being an entrepreneur is just not your thing and you want to give up, I even included this right here. This is the perfect resume and cover letter writer, so you can get a real job. All right. I'm going to give a few minutes for some questions, if you guys would love. But of course, I would love to have you guys in the workshop. I'll leave this QR code up here, and my beautiful friend Melissa will come in and share a little bit about the workshop and what our involvement is and why we came up with this idea. Oh, we're good. Q&A. Yeah, what's up? Microphone.
Questions, yes. You get to stand up, introduce yourself, and what's your question?
All righty. Good evening, everyone. Oh,
Hey,
y'all are very dry. Good evening, everyone.
come on. Come
Thank
on.
you so much for this insightful presentation. My name is Empress, a holistic wellness coach. I'm also in the governmental blockchain space as well. My question for you, wonderful, wonderful Jeff. You know, we love AI, we love blockchain, all that in between. But my specific question to you is, what is your favorite AI for PPTs, like just creating the entire thing, the graphics, all of that?
I wish I could say that there's a perfect PowerPoint generator. So what I've done is I actually have one of the AI personas that I have is a presentation creator. What I found though, believe it or not, I'd say probably half of the slides here, all those cool little AI generated graphics that you see, my 12-year-old son made them. And he uses Meta AI. So I would say Claude.ai is really good at creating presentations, Claude.ai. Uh-huh. They're different. So let me break it down to you why you want to use Claude versus ChatGPT, all right? Claude does not go out online. It cannot read a website, okay, which is a huge deal. It also can't generate images, right? But Claude is a way better writer, and Claude is actually the thing that it's masterful at is imitating writing styles. So if you guys want a big hack, you know how I took all my 10,000 social media posts and then I figured out what the top 100 performing is? Look at the people in your space that are just crushing it, killing it. Start copying and pasting all of their content into a spreadsheet and use that. You know the 3 questions of life, right? What's something you never ask a man? Tell me. Girl, that's dirty. I'm talking about income. You don't ask him his job. All right? I wasn't talking about that. I'm just kidding with you. What's something you never ask a woman? Her age, her weight, right? What's something you never ask an AI company? Where they get their training data. All right. Remember when OpenAI first came out, it was open source and they had a whole list like, oh, we have all these books and things and here's what it is. As soon as they went private, as soon as they started making money, they took that list down. Because if you're Dan Kennedy and you say, I want you to write an email in the voice of Dan Kennedy, and it sounds like Dan Kennedy, well, I'm kind of pissed, right? Like they're obviously using your data. So the answer to your question is there's not a perfect solution yet, but I would use the combination of Claude to write the presentations, and then I would use probably like Meta AI or ChatGPT to do the research and to create the images. That's what I would do. Yeah.
Who else has a question? Yes?
My guy.
Stand up.
What's your question?
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. My name is Rowan. Quite a few of you know me already. Great presentation, Jeff. Very happy.
Thank you.
My question is, you've talked a lot about here AI personas. And for the uninitiated like myself, can you just sort of walk me through exactly what an AI persona is and how it operates in a kind of practical sense, like what that would look like?
An AI persona is a very specific method to train AI to be the human you wish you could hire, right? Like imagine writing the perfect job resume of the exact person you would love to hire and the AI actually becoming that. And AI personas are specific to an output. That's something I want you to think about. So for example, an AI persona that's designed to write social media content, I'm not gonna have it write a blog because it's been trained on how to write good social media content. Just like I wouldn't have a blog AI persona write a social media post. So think about AI personas as highly personalized AI employees that know your company, they know you, they know your brand voice, they know how you talk, they know what's important to you. Oh, and what's really important is they know who your target audience is, they know what's important to them, they know their fears, right? They know their desires. So there's an 8-step process I use to build out these AI personas, which we're gonna go through on the workshop, to make sure that all of your AI personas know everything about you and your audience and your business so that it can communicate not only with you, but also with your ideal client.
Do they get differentiated by different data sets?
They do. They're different data sets and different prompt instructions. So the training data for my viral social media writer, I would never feed that to my blog writer, right? So very highly specialized training data and very highly specific prompt instructions. And remember, what I told you guys earlier before I started this presentation was that data is actually more important than prompts. The training data is really important because the prompts are just the instructions on how to use the data, okay? Really prompting an AI persona is how to interact with me, the background information it needs to know to use the training data, okay?
Another question?
Oh,
Yes.
Hey, brother.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Diego, and I work for a health insurance agency called New Health Partners. And one of the questions that I have, AI is the craziest tool we have nowadays. And we just recently started using ChatGPT, and it's a really good tool. Now, my question is, we recently started using this tool for customer service since we are trying to grow in the industry now that we have one of our busiest seasons in our industry, which is AAP, which is commonly known as open enrollment for all the insurance carriers,
Right.
for
healthcare, right?
ACA,
Yep.
Medicare. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to expand our industry.
Mhm.
And the only way that we're trying to grow is by using AI.
Mhm.
Now, my question is, can we also use that for sales agents?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, as a matter of fact, if you go to one of my websites, vastaffer.com, you'll see a little bot that pops up. And the first thing it'll ask you is ask a question, and it'll ask you what kind of business you have. So what it does is it'll actually help qualify prospects for you. And the best part is, think about how much time sales teams are spending on calls that they shouldn't be on.
Yeah, because
She's laughing, right? How many
usually-
times have you been like, dude, this guy should not be on a call with me? So the cool part is you can actually train the AI to pre-qualify people. And if it understands, by the way, it's very good at understanding now. ChatGPT 4, amazing, okay? I still use ChatGPT 4 for my bots because I feel like it's better at understanding people. And Claude is better at understanding copy. So ChatGPT, we're using that to pre-qualify people. And if they see that they're a good, here's another thing. A lot of times, people that are applying for a job to work with me end up on the sales calendar. And it wastes my team's time, and it screws up the calendar because it's literally wasting money spots, right? So we actually have it pre-qualify and say, is this a sales call, or is this person looking for a job? And if it determines this person's looking for a job, it says, oh, great, go over here and apply, right? So there's lots of different pre-qualifications you can do. And remember, this is just the beginning. I also launched a brand earlier this year called TalkBoss AI, where we're doing outbound calls. We're doing inbound calls. I'm about to do Fort Myers Mazda. We're rolling out an entire system. And if that works there, we're rolling out to 1,000 dealerships all across the country, where every time someone fills out a lead form on the website, they have their phone, their email address, their name. We have our AI, which, by the way, there's no way they would know that it's AI. Call them and get them to the showroom. Because the number one stat, by the way, healthcare is very similar to car dealerships in that way. The number one stat that car dealerships care about
very
is
similar.
exactly
Very
lead to
similar.
showroom.
I actually experienced that in person, live.
With him, where we were on a Zoom call and he told the AI to start calling people for Epic Talks event.
Yep.
And it was calling people and it was like, hi, we're calling from Epic Talks. And we would like to
And I
invite
count on you
you,
being there.
and we would like to invite you to the next event all about marketing, da da da. And it was literally like somebody was calling you and speaking to you, and he was asking it questions, and it was responding. Oh, so what is this event about? Oh, we're the #1 entrepreneurship event, and we gather together every single month, and this is the next event. And I was like, what? And that literally happened in like 10 seconds.
And for the Agora financial workshop that we put together, it was very high ticket. You know, people paid a lot of money, thousands of dollars to be at this event. And, you know, we only had 40 spots. And crazy enough, they told me, oh, shoot, we only have 20 people that confirmed. Out of the 40 people that said they were going to be there, only 20 paid. We actually used the AI to call and text the hell out of them. And by the way, we invited 40 because the room only fit 30. You know how it is.
Yeah.
40 people say they're going to be there, 30's there. Well, guess what? We had all 40 show up. We had to bring in an extra table and chairs. So the AI, by the way, people If you use AI and you let people know it's AI, it's even better. People hate inauthentic, right? I'm going to say it's going to be bold, and I hope you guys take it to heart. We live in this age where everybody's trying to automate everything, AI everything. And it's never been more important than right now to be human, to build real human connections, to build the authentication, to have authentic relationships and build community. And that's why I really wanted to I love what Melissa's doing. And I understand fully, especially, guys, we just came over COVID. Remember when we put our lives on pause? I mean, those of you in Florida, you didn't have it too bad. I'm in California. My kids didn't even go to school for almost 2 years. My son was 3 years old during COVID. And you know what? I remember when the mask mandate was lifted and I actually had him take off the mask. I get emotional thinking about it because we literally were so brainwashed. Sorry. That when
You guys were.
No, we were in California, not you.
Not us.
This is Cuban Trump
Just
Company
saying.
over here. But what was really crazy was I remember when it was time to get my son back to school. He was 4 years old, and I told him, I said, take off your mask. You don't need to take the mask off. He cried. It just became a part of him as mask for the whole year, right? So I want you guys to double down. I'm going to teach you guys how to use AI. Don't worry about that, okay? But what's really important is I want you to think about how to use AI in an authentic way that people think is good, that doesn't ruin and destroy the brand relationship that you have with someone. Because no one wakes up and they want to interact with your chatbot. Nobody wakes up and says, "Dang, I can't wait to have another chatbot conversation with Melissa's chatbot." They want to talk to you. You guys want access to me, right? That's the thing that you really need to think about is when is the right time to have the relationship and what is worth automating. Because every time you automate something, it does tarnish the brand a little bit if you're not being authentic and true about it.
I agree with that 100%. So what else do you have for us? Talk about the workshop that we have going on.
Yeah, so October 12th, we're going to be literally going over exactly what you need to do for your business. We're going to be building out AI personas live. We're going to literally do exactly what we just said earlier, where we build out a very customized, I have a form that you fill out. We work on it together. It's going to be the most valuable 3 hours you've ever done. We even have a VIP lunch. You guys will see if you use the checkout on here.
And also you guys get to bring your laptops. We just starting doing these workshops. After the Epic Talks events, we have workshops. I've had a couple of my inner circle members that have attended and they're so powerful. You bring your laptop and we're literally there with you one-on-one, training you. The experts are training you, answering all the questions. And we're here to just like revolutionize AI together.
And I just want to throw something else out. You know, some of you who have humans on your team, is there a point to where AI can replace them? Yeah, but it's not a sexy thing as an entrepreneur and a business owner to be like, hey, I was able to fire all my staff today because of AI. It's not a sexy thing. So what I highly recommend is that if you, especially if you're doing everything yourself, that's a no-brainer. If you're one of the solopreneurs in here that is doing everything yourself, this is a no-brainer. But if you have a team member and you're like, well, I'm kind of worried about using AI because I don't want to take their job, I will tell you, you will, if you look at it from the presentation slide that I showed you earlier about increasing productivity of your existing workforce, and you get 20 to 40% increase in productivity, think of it that way. How valuable would someone be? And this is what I did at Agora. When I was working with Agora, it usually took them 30 to 60 days from the start draft of an offer until it gets through compliance, 60 days, right? I know there's some copywriters in here that know what that's like. We, after one training with their Australian branch, they had a junior copywriter create an offer in 48 hours. As a matter of fact, they re-engaged with me to help them on their compliance department because now their compliance department is getting like, they got to review something every week instead of reviewing every 30, 60 days. Their compliance department couldn't even keep up with the amount of offers and copy that was coming through. So I want you guys to think about how you can augment your existing team to leverage these AI personas and just do more.
All right. Well, let's give it up for Jeff.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jeff. Does anybody else have any questions about the workshop, about elevating your business using AI? Anybody? No? Nobody? All right. So we can get back to networking, put the music on, And we're going to hang out for a little bit, guys. We have 30 minutes left in this location. Don't be afraid to connect with the people next to you because you never know who you're talking to here. So look forward to seeing you guys at the workshop.
Happy even though she lost you. We had told the world that we were gonna bring the wedding.